Hey y'all, good morning. I'm Mystic Share Bear, here to do another reading. Today I'm outside in my beautiful Zen garden. I just did a little reading a little bit ago that I will post from my Zen garden, and you can see more of my Zen garden. I just have to show you right now. Check out my Buddha statue. Oops, where is she? She's right in the sunlight right now, and she looks magnificent. Can you see that? Oh, there she is. See her? See how beautiful she is, right in the sunlight. Oh, little hummingbird crystal above her. I just love her so much. Anyway, so this is where I'm sitting. I love being out here. It's just such an amazing space. And I'd highly encourage y'all, if you have space in your yard, to create yourself a little beautiful Zen space like this. But anyway, I'm doing a little reading. I pulled out my Hoodoo Tarot card. I already tarot deck and book. I already pulled a couple of oracle cards. Circles of Healing by Alana Fairchild. They're very beautiful cards, and I'll show you a little bit more in a little bit. I found this beautiful blue jay feather this morning, so that's definitely a sign for someone or a lot of you. I found one also yesterday, and for me, a blue jay and blue jay feathers remind me to speak from the heart, use my voice, speak my truth, and whatever that means. And probably that means me doing this video right now. I've been wanting to do these videos for a while, but anyway, so beautiful sign from nature, and there are millions of signs every day. We just need to pay more attention to them. And it's so fun. It's so magical. And again, we're outside, so yeah, I just love it. I'm usually outside all the time. So let's get into it. Let's just see what's going on. I also want to, I did a reading for myself this morning the same way, which was so fun, but I want to use my crystal Stones of the Goddess book, Crystals and Stones. I want to just randomly, like I did yesterday, just show you how I do this. I just randomly pick a page. Okay, this page, so whatever's on this page is going to be what I'm about. So it's Midnight Lace Obsidian. Very beautiful. Obsidian is always usually black, dark. It's beautiful. Okay, so we're going to read a little bit about that. Well, let's just get into that right now. So I like to do this again. You can have certain crystals in mind and look them up and do it, or you can just do like I did, randomly pick intuitively, however you want to do it. And then we just read about it. Midnight Lace Obsidian. So its magical uses are protection, divination, revealing the truth, meditation, trance work, and personal gnosis. Gnosis. I'm not absolutely sure what that means, but we can look it up later. It is it has all the elements. It represents all the elements. The astrological signature is Pluto and Scorpio. Goddess archetypes are Dark Goddess, Goddess of Death, Crone, and Mistress of Magick. Okay, so this morning when I first sat down here, I started a video and I erased it because anyway, you know how it goes. And the first thing I said was, oh, let's see some magic. There's magic out here. And it's so funny. There's no coincidences. Life is magic. And so that's why. And Goddess of Death. My reading this morning was talking about death, and I'm a death doula, and so people think that I am so strange because death doesn't scare me. I welcome it. It's like birth. It is beautiful. It is an absolutely beautiful experience, and we're so afraid of it, and me included. I used to be, but anyway, that's for another video. Okay, so let's read about Midnight Lace Obsidian. It exhibits fine bands of opaque black and transparent gray or brown. It is also called lamellar obsidian, again, I might not be pronouncing these names correctly. I don't care. The universe knows my heart is pure, and I don't mean to mispronounce any of these things. But if I need correcting, please do. From the Latin lamella, meaning plate or flake, since it appears to be composed of alternating plates of dark and light glass. Midnight lace obsidian is found mostly in the Caucasus Mountains near the Black Sea in the United States, and there are deposits in Oregon. Oh, and this picture talks about backlighting it, that you can put like a flame or a light behind it, and it has unusual patterns when you backlight it. So, Nicholas Pearson, this beautiful author who wrote lots of beautiful books, he said, holding my first piece of midnight lace obsidian led me almost immediately into a trance-like reverie. Turning a thin section of this volcanic glass in the light, especially when backlit, produces a mesmerizing play of light among the bands of light and dark. What at first glance appears to be wide streaks of black obsidian are in fact comprised of the finest layers of black obsidian with transparent lamellae sandwiched between them. Gazing into the space between the opaque layers can induce an altered state of consciousness that leads to deeper meditation and more effective trance work, thereby helping you achieve the mindset necessary for astral travel. How fun is that? Ooh, I'm gonna have to get me some, or again, so see how I said that? Ooh, I'm gonna have to get me some. I don't have to get me some. I can just, again, ask, which we'll do in a minute, to connect with the spirit of midnight lace obsidian. So I mean, don't get me wrong, and I know y'all are probably the same. We all love beautiful, shiny, awesome things, but we can't logistically usually go out and just buy every stone that we read about, right? So that's what I'm saying. If it really speaks to you, like, ooh, like that does me because of my death doula background, that's what I mean by, ooh, I'm gonna have to get me some of that. So anyway, I just want to let you know that, like, that's the person I am. You don't have to have it. So it says, the lacy veils of light and dark within this stone remind me of the veil between worlds. This veil, also referred to as a mist or a hedge, represents the boundary between the world of form and the world of spirit. The origin of this expression lies in the personification of the natural world as the great goddess, variously known as Isis, Artemis, Diana, and Athena. She is said to have worn a veil or mantle that no mortal had ever lifted. This is very, very fun for me. And I know it must be for a lot of you also. This veil is meant to represent the holy mysteries and the immaterial planes. Midnight lace obsidian, chief among all the obsidians, provides the skills necessary to pierce this otherworldly veil and see the face of the Great Mother. That is fascinating. My ear is ringing right now too. So to me that says, oh, that's very true, and that gets me excited. I'll be meditating with this stone later, or the spirit of this stone, because I don't have it. The energy and symbolism of midnight lace obsidian are especially attuned to the Dark Mother and the goddess of death. The lacy patterns are like a burial shroud or a mourner's veil. Meditating with this natural glass can help you learn from these faces of the goddess via personal gnosis and or ecstatic union. Using it for ritual, trance work, or journeying can enable clear contact with your patron deities, especially the aforementioned archetypes and tutelary spirits. I don't know what that is. I'm going to be looking that up. The contrast between light and dark in this stone tempers the usual intensity of obsidian. Rather than bleak honesty and shadow work, midnight lace obsidian has an air of gentleness. Oh, I love that. It helps you find the quiet strength, resilience, and creativity needed for solving problems. In ritual, midnight lace obsidian can be used to trace the boundary of the circle, which in and of itself is a boundary or veil between the worlds. Oh, so fun. It is the perfect stone to use during Samhain or All Hallows Eve celebrations, for these are times when the veil is naturally at its thinnest. In spellcraft, midnight lace obsidian can be used like any other variety of obsidian. Use it for protection, divination, and rites of binding, cord cutting, and banishing. Oh my gosh, and if you look at my last video, I talked about cutting strings and cords. And that was just from earlier this morning from a channeling I did. More than just a protective stone, midnight lace obsidian can go so far as to provide a cloaking effect via glamouri, preventing your magical activities and spiritual journeys from being detected by outside influences. That is fascinating, and there's a cute little spider jumping around on these cards, and I had a spider on me earlier, and I used to be petrified of spiders, like any size, shape, or form spider, and I'm not gonna lie, this morning one of my legs was a little bit bigger than that one, and I got a little like uncomfortable. But you know what? I immediately knew that was a sign from spirit, and sure enough, it jumped right onto this book on the page that I was reading, and I didn't flip the page to the next page to see the rest of the description. And I knew immediately when the spider jumped on that page that I was missing something, and it's just fascinating. Then he got back on my leg, and I was a little bit uncomfortable again, and I literally knew, again, that was a sign. And when I said, Spirit said to me, this is a fear that you need to let go of. There's nothing to fear. And as soon as I just looked at that spider on my leg and said, I am not afraid of you, I love you, I am not even kidding, it jumped off and was on its way. And so let that be a lesson in things in life. I don't need to fear you. I love you. And also I don't have to like you being like literally on me, but I don't have to completely reject it either. That's going to resonate with someone. So, okay, fascinating. This goes right along with my other channeling this morning, but wow, y'all, midnight lace obsidian. Okay, so again, I'm just going to, let's just take a deep breath. Again, deep breath in. Hold it at the top. Let it out. Okay, recenter. Here we are. Now, beautiful spirits, thank you. Thank you for this beautiful, this beautiful information about midnight lace obsidian. And so, I would like to just take a moment and thank you. Thank you, beautiful spirits. Thank you, beautiful spirit and essence of midnight lace obsidian. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you for showing yourselves to us. As we go about this day, let us embody your qualities. Show us. Let us feel what we need to feel. Let us see what we need to see through your grace and your wisdom of knowing exactly how you can benefit us the most, or benefit our highest self. I thank you so much for being willing to share your beautiful, beautiful self with us. And I will carry you with me this day, and I thank you so very much. And so it shall be. I love you. And it's simple as that. You can, it doesn't matter what you say again. It's all about the intention that you have when you're doing this. There's no right or wrong way to do this. So just let that all go. Okay. And so the two oracle cards that I pulled, okay, was this one. It's 1111, and as you see, I have my 1111 book. 11, I am Mystic Share Bear 11. Again, just confirming that all of these coincidences are not coincidences. They are literal signs from spirit, and when you pay attention, your life just gets so stinking fun. 1444 on the clock. It's so fun. And so I don't know if you can see it. There's a blue jay feather, so it's this beautiful blue right on the edge, and it's almost perfectly matched with this beautiful card that I pulled. And these beautiful oracle cards, one way to do them, which is what I do, is it has a beautiful saying. You turn the card to the right as you read it 3 times. It says 1111, answered prayer, 1111, answered prayer, 1111, answered prayer, 1111, answered prayer, 1111, answered prayer. So you spin this around 3 times to the right, reading that out loud, and then you spin it back 3 times in the opposite direction. And you can also, if the color feels good to you, you can hold it to a certain chakra, you can just hold it, you can set it out, however you feel guided. But look at these beautiful cards and the sacred geometry that is in these, the mandalas that they make. They're just absolutely beautiful. The artwork is by Beth Wilson. Wow, Beth, you're amazing. So there's that. This card says, it's beautiful pink. So to me, pink, that's just, for me, it's just warm and fuzzy. It's love. It's warmth. It's love. Pink. I tune into the healing power of my heart's sweetness, recognizing that I am worthy of kindness, love, and care. Okay, so pink again. Yeah, your heart, love, I tune into the healing power of my heart's sweetness, recognizing that I am worthy of kindness, love, and care. And then we turn it back while we're just looking at these beautiful symbols. Oh, and again, I know I didn't do it 3 times, but y'all, you can do that for yourself if, you feel so called. But anyway, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we'll just set that there. And then Spirit, let's see. Oh, what I wanted to do is look at, the obsidian lace and see. I usually keep a bookmarker in there for the day so that I put it on my altar and leave it out so it gets the proper. I like to look at what page they're on because that always has significance. Okay, how am I going to find this? Again, I think it was further towards the back. I apologize, man. I should have. But you know what? I'm human. Oh, and when I did a reading earlier, Witch's Finger came up for me. Oh my gosh, look up Witch's Finger if you feel so inclined, because it is also amazing. Black magic, like, not a bad way. Amazing. Here we go. Okay, so, 321 is the number of the page. Fun. 321. So I'm going to take this book and I'm going to look up 321 because this is who I am and this is what I love to do. So 321, let's see if it coordinates, and I bet it does with the theme of what we've been talking about. 321. I ground my creative visions in this world and bring them to life through my own initiative. Okay, so I mean, take that as it may. So then I like to do 321. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 1 is 6. 6 is the number of the lovers, and it happens to be my number 6, the lovers. I'm a Gemini. Lovers, number 6. Again, so let's just look up what number 6 means, and I'm sure for you, 6, I trust in the love the universe has for me. I love that. I love that. You could also do, I like to do, 3 plus 2 is 5, and 1 could be 51. 2 plus 1 is 3, so it could be 3, 3. I mean, you can break numbers down any way you want. Super fun thing for me anyway to do. And now let me just quickly do a couple of tarot cards. From my Hoodoo tarot deck, just because I love this deck. I love it. It's magic. It has magic in it. It's magic. I love it. Love it. I love it. All right, Spirit, what else do you want to show us? Bring us some magic. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, and I also wanted to say that Black Obsidian, before I came on this video, confirmation burp, excuse me, it's about protection and your surroundings. I literally, for a hot minute, was like, I didn't want people to see my Zen garden because I didn't want them to send bad juju through the screen to my Zen space. And so I quickly just did a prayer to my spirit guides to protect and don't allow anyway. I just think that just came to mind, so that'll be significant for some people as well. Another card just came out. All right, Spirit. I like to do 3 spirits, so just if it's right and there's anything else we need to see, let's just have one more card. And I hope y'all see how easy this is. Again, I used to think like, oh, I don't know how to do that. Well, nobody knows when they start out, so just start doing it, man. And just, again, shout out to everybody on YouTube. Last card. Shout out to my beautiful friends on YouTube, because without you and all of your courage to put yourselves out there, I wouldn't have had the courage to put myself out there. And I have met and communicated, not met in person, but spoken via text or phone to some beautiful, beautiful people out my soul tribe. Like y'all, I'm finding my soul tribe. Who knew? Through not even always physical contact. We always think we have to be with someone to benefit or to feel their energy. And so again, that's what I want to do. I have so much love and passion for the stuff that I do, and I just want y'all to feel it too. And there's nothing prideful about it or boastful, and I don't need recognition, or I don't need, anyway, that's why I do it. It's fun. It's fun. Life is fun. Miss Robinson. Okay, so she's on page 65. 65, 6 plus 5 is 11. See what I mean, y'all? See what I mean? Okay, so the name of this card is Bristol's Funeral Home. Miss Robinson in this beautiful hoodoo deck. That 65. Ooh, it's the devil card in tarot. Miss Robinson, the devil. It says, Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. The plant that is associated with this card is called belladonna and hemlock. It says, in this image, Miss Robinson is proudly displaying the funeral program of Reginald Patrick. Okay, we were just talking about death and death doulas. Wow. Miss Robinson was a hoodoo from Orangeburg, South Carolina. According to the people in her small town, she was a sweet, law-abiding woman unless someone crossed her. Ha ha! One day after church, Miss Robinson saw a few parishioners gathered around a woman named Mrs. Patrick. As Miss Robinson walked by, Miss Patrick said loudly that she didn't believe root workers should be welcome in the church, and that it was a bunch of made-up nonsense. Miss Robinson tried her best to ignore her until she noticed people started treating her differently. They were making up excuses for why she couldn't visit, and her clients started canceling appointments. It turned out that Miss Patrick was trying her best to destroy Miss Robinson's entire life, even though she hardly knew her. Yeah, I feel that. Miss Robinson finally approached Mrs. Patrick after church and told her to never speak ill about her again, or she would be sorry. Mrs. Patrick laughed and elbowed her cronies and said that would never happen, so she might as well go ahead and root her then. Miss Robinson told her that she was made for root working, and that if she couldn't have what she loved the most, then neither would she. Miss Patrick howled with laughter and walked away with the other ladies, leaving Miss Robinson standing there furious. 29 days later, Mrs. Patrick's 9-year-old son Reginald died unexpectedly after having a cold. That sounds cruel. Let's just keep an open mind. Everyone knew that Reginald was Mrs. Patrick's pride and joy. Not only was it her only child, she also couldn't have any more. So she was absolutely devastated by the loss. As the mourners filled out the funeral home, Miss Robinson was seen smiling as she fanned herself with a memorial program from across the road. Mrs. Patrick, now totally broken, moved out of the town the following day. Okay, gosh, that sounds super harsh and maybe a little dark, but the meaning, it says, when Miss Robinson appears in a reading, you may be involved in a negative situation that has the potential to become even more unpleasant, unhealthy, or dangerous. Stop it before things go too far. This card may also be trying to alert you to the fact that you have an addiction or obsession involving a person, idea, intoxicant, or object, which will ultimately hurt you more than you could ever imagine. Get help if you need it. If you are engaged in a lifestyle that attracts negative, unbalanced, or violent people, now is the time to be on high alert. This card may also be a reminder to stop bullying or stop being abusive to others, or to stop being manipulative. Beware of liars, backbiters, syndicators, and frenemies in your midst. This is also a warning against excessive focus on worldly things, bad news, pain, suffering, and ugliness. So what this is saying to me is kind of, don't get stuck in that victim mentality, kind of. I mean, this seems like a really harsh example of how to, but, you know. If you receive Mrs. Robinson in a reading, consider the following. Am I feeling trapped? By whom or by what? Okay, this is beautiful. Not everyone who says they have good intentions mean it. Evil is a point of view, okay? What did I really invite into my life when I said or did that? Don't let your mouth write a check your ass can't cash. I love that. An apology may be necessary sometimes. Maybe I have a problem. Maybe. Am I ready, willing, and able to do jail time if I get caught? Okay, that seems drastic, but I mean, we all have our things, you know. No judgment, none whatsoever. We've all been there in some way, shape, or form, trust me. Perhaps no one likes to talk to me because I'm often negative, depressing, expressing doubt. That's a big thing. Why don't I believe in myself? Yes, we got to ask ourselves that. Why do I expect the worst possible outcome? Okay, so that speaks to, like I said, me feeling like I had to protect myself before I went into this video. Again, why? No harm is going to come to me. No harm is going to come to me. I know that. I'm divinely protected, and I do know that people have, you know, ill will, jealousy, whatever. But honestly, if we're living our lives the right way, it cannot touch us. It cannot touch us. They might try, and we might see it, but we're going to be like, nope. No, it can't touch us. So anyway, so the other two cards were Father Sims and Two of Sticks. This Father Sims card looks amazing. Father Sims, he's in this beautiful purple robe, and he's got two chalices of water that it looks like he's pouring onto a chicken or a rooster, like he's blessing them, or I don't know. Let's see what this is about real quick. I feel like this reading is kind of long, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm having fun, and hopefully you are too. Father Sims. It's card number 14, and 63 is the page, so 6 plus 3 is 9. That might be significant. 14 might be significant. Father Sims, Temperance. Oh, it's the Temperance. It's like the Temperance card in tarot. So it says, who gives the abyss wisdom or gives the rooster understanding? Question mark. The plant is pea vine. It says, in the image, Father Sims is dressed in the purple satin robe in which he liked to work. The rooster represents him, and the two streams of water represents his baptism as a two-headed doctor, a hoodoo that does good and bad work. Okay, so what I'm getting is, I'm not going to read all this because it is getting long. I imagine you could probably look this up, this card, if you Google this deck or something. I don't know, but what I'm getting here, and now there's a caterpillar crawling, metamorphosis. It's giving me a message about we're all good and bad. We're all a balance of light, dark, masculine, feminine, good, evil. You get it. You get the point. And what a beautiful reading, what beautiful messages about balance, grounding. But, you know, we're allowed to explore our own magic. You know, I think that's what it is. Maybe that's the feeling. Maybe why I did this reading today. We're allowed to explore the depths of our own ability to create magic. And again, we're not doing it from a place of pain and lack and blame. We're doing it from a place of compassion and love and understanding that we all go through this, and we all have our demons, and we just got to learn to love those demons right into wholeness, until they just kind of, they melt into us and kind of disappear. So they're there, they're part of us, but we've just let them melt into this beautiful, loving smoke within us. I'm gonna leave it there. I love y'all. Have a beautiful day. Bye.